Hey guys, I just went number 2 and it's time to rumble. I have dreams, aspirations, doing a bit of a rating, but you know, I don't know if you know what this is, but it's kind of like a phenomenon called words. It's kind of like a cult favorite of situations or things. So I'm just gonna go for it. What we're doing today, guys, is we're putting words on a tier list. I'm just gonna go wherever I'm feeling. Just kind of go for it. I feel like this is gonna be pretty straightforward. I don't think it's gonna be that hard. This is pretty much what the other people do. So let's get to it. Okay. So official. I mean, it's okay. Like I'd put official. Like it's a B, because that's like a strong, I'd say a stronger word. I feel like that's fair, because, police, those guys are strong, and they're like, right? So I think official at B tier is not a bad take. Next one. Timetable. Dang. It's good. That's a good one. I think that might be above official. It sounds like some supernatural, but really it's like really boring, like accounting stuff. I'll give timetable an A. Timetable, A is very respectable. Just saying. I'd be happy with an A if I were a word. Secretary. I feel like that's kind of neutral. I mean, that isn't... Like, if you think of a secretary, I just don't think that's very, like, strong and prominent. I'll get that. I'm gonna give it a D. I'm going hard on this. Secretary? No. No mercy on secretary. I'm sorry. Reception. See, it's the same thing, but reception is slightly worse. Because, if you're thinking of, like, waiting in those long lines, right, it's just worse. So, I'm putting an F tier. It's hard take. But what was the word again? Bruh. Yeah, I just really don't get the hype about that one. I think it's a bit overrated. Interference. So like interference on phone calls is not very good, but it's also like kind of a sci-fi thing, right? Because the aliens come in, they interfere with the power lines and stuff. So it's not. It could be good or bad. So I'm gonna go C on this one. I'm just gonna try to fill all the spaces, but C is definitely good for interference. Next one. Researcher. That's pretty good. It's also a job. It's a little higher than neutral, I'd say. Because if you think of a research like in the Amazon jungle, that's a very respectable job. So I'll put that baby at B. She's kicking, but she's going to B. So researcher. Organization. Now this is okay. Like if you think of organization, like you could think of like Amazon, like a big corporation, which is good, they have a lot of money, but you can also think of the Ku Klux Klan, which is not a good organization. I'd go for D for organization because it's not like a feel good. Actually, I'll go D. It's just not a feel good word, right? One second. How do you spell org? I may be dumb, but at least I'm not stupid. Okay, next word. Exploration. That's kind of in the same vein of researcher, but it's better, I think. So where did I put researcher? I put researcher B. This is definitely an A word. Yeah, I think that's a fair rating for exploration. Chord. See, chord is kind of like it sounds good. To not musically inclined people, a chord, it doesn't really make sense, right? I know it sounds good, but it doesn't make sense. And for that, I'll put it at B, because it does sound good. Like you wouldn't like gasp if you saw this in a thesaurus, right? Next one. Labor. I don't think labor is that good. I'd say labor and C. I'm just going right off the bat. Labor and C. Yeah, labor and C, because labor, it's not really good, especially like unpaid labor. Like slavery, not a good thing. Not PogChamp. Slavery, world's first intern. Conspiracy. That's a good word. That is a good word. It's cons and then piracy, which don't like mean anything if you mix the meanings, but it sounds cool. For that, I'm putting that in S tier. Conspiracy, yeah. Alright, that's fair. Complication. See, that's complicated. You don't want complications, right? It's not really a thing that you enjoy. Complications is not like a... I don't want, like, difficulties. If I'm, like, planning something and there's a complication, you know it's not going to be good. So I'm putting that... Complication, I'm putting in F. Next one. Walk. That's fine. No really good things or bad things to say about that. I'll put in B, because it's better than running. Like, if you put running, I'd put C, because it's kind of hard. Pretty much everyone can walk, except old people and babies. Like, infants. But I'll take care of those people soon. Identification. See, identification is very important, like, to know what you're looking at. So it's a very good skill. So just for that, I'd say A tier word. Rung. Past tense of ring is rung, or like a rung of a ladder. You know, either way, you know, you're climbing. No, just that's just the ladder one. Rung, but it was annoying in the past. Like if something rung, it was like annoying in the past. So for that, I'm gonna put B, just because rungs on a ladder are important. Because without the rungs, you know, you fall. So that's a fire. That's a pretty good word. Occupy is kind of like a boring word, right? It's like I occupy this apartment. You say stay. So it's very like wordy word. So I'm gonna put that in C actually. Yeah. Soft. S tier. I'm putting that in S tier. I'm going off the rails. Soft? Literally nothing could make that word bad. Soft is a very solid word. Patent. You know, that's good. That's a good thing. I'd say B. I'm just gonna go rapid fire on these because I think it's kind of common sense where I'm putting these. You know, next one. Kidnap. How did they know? Anyways, kidnap, I'd say that's a very fun word to say. I say S tier word. That's just a fun, like, I got kidnapped last night. Or I kidnapped 4 3-year-old children from Blossom Hill Park. Like, it's very easy. They occupy my basement. Okay, what's the next one? Appeal. See, appeal is very appealing. It draws you in. Right, and for that, I give that an A tier. A tier for appeal. Because it's a very... It sounds like appeal. Appeal. It's cool. You're very appealing.
Ooh la la.
That's very, very enticing. That's another word. That would be an S tier word if it was enticing. But... It's getting hot and steamy in here. Budge. Budge is fun. Oh my god, that's a fun word. Budge? Like, it won't budge. That's fun. Budge, budge, budge. Budge. You know what I mean? Budge. Budge. Fun. I'm putting that S tier. Budge. Budge. It's fun to say. Shiver. Shiver. It's okay. Shiver is not a fun word to say. I will say it has V in it, which is very unexpected. Well, it's not unexpected, but it's rare, right? But it is, like, not good. Like, if you're shivering, I don't think you'd like that. So I'm going to put that at D, just because it has, like, negative connotation. Okay, last one. Headquarters. That's like Superman, like superhero. I'm goosing for that word. That is... good. Why is your head in quarters? That's kind of strange, but like, I don't think that would. Anyways, headquarters is a very solid one. Headquarters. All right, I think that's where we're gonna end it for today. You know, I had a lot of blast actually doing this. I hope you did too, like doing this, watching me do this. If you have any disagreements, because I know these are very, gonna send like ripples through the world. So, you know, just reach out on the comment section or give me your social security number so I can, you know, properly respond to your complaint. Anyways, guys, I hope you had a fun time watching this. I know I did. And I'll see you later.